Welcome to Andre Talks Tech, and in this video we will be taking a look at the ZS10 Pro 2. Wait, what do you mean I'm breaking all the rules? Who says I'm breaking all the rules? Who says I have no culture? Fine. Okay, let's change the scene. Okay, there we go. We got some grit, some R's, and some random stuff and some plants. Cool, let's start the video. If you thought espresso was complicated, then strap yourself in. We are jumping into the world of audio. And just like most people don't know what great espresso tastes like, even less know what great audio sounds like. I apologize if the audio is very bassy. If you know a good microphone for someone with way too much bass in their voice, then please comment below. Other than the intro, this video has no funny call takes because we don't need them here. Audio equipment names write jokes themselves. But if you want to laugh, walk up to your friend or family member and tell them that you want to buy in-ear or over-ear HD monitors. If you want to make them even more confused, say you want to buy a Samson. See, told you, we don't need it. We even have airy podders, but please do comment their reactions below. First off, I bought this with my own money. KZ has no say in this video. It is not sponsored. This is also my first modern dynamic IEM. I grew up in a home with a love for music and had access to amazing audio from birth. Thanks, Dad. True story, the first thing my dad ever bought for himself was a hi-fi, and the day after I bought my first car, I bought a new sound system. Now let's get right into it. The KZ or KZ, Z or Z, ZS10 Pro 2, I don't know. The KZ or KZ, ZS10 Pro 2 is a dynamic in-ear monitor with a low price of about $50. It is a hybrid because it has one dynamic and 4 balanced armature drivers per side, hence the 10 in the name. I absolutely love how it sounds. It has a fun V-shaped profile with boosted bass and treble, and best of all, it comes with 4 little switches to boost bass, boost bass, boost salmon. No, I'm just kidding, boost bass again. And to dip to higher frequencies. It's like Davey 504 and Big Mouth Billy Bass performing all your bass or belong to us in a bass pro shop. Try saying that 10 times in a row. Although you can boost the bass, it never gets into bass head territory. Bass is well controlled, rolls well, and doesn't bleed into vocals. Treble is also well managed. I'm incredibly sensitive to treble, and this doesn't fatigue me at all, unlike the Samson SR-850. Sticking to bass, this might not be the right IEM for bass heads. Songs like Steel Dre or Black and Yellow might seem slightly lacking in the mid bass. Sub and low bass still sound great though. As mentioned, the bass is tuned not to bleed in vocals or ranges where it might not have to be, so other bassy songs like Peanut Butter Jelly, Bonkers, and of course Crab Rave sound bassy and punchy. Additionally, the bass that is there is well detailed and almost never gets muddy. If you are a bass head, then look at Fat Freak for IEMs or Soundcore for buds. They have what you want. Speaking of muddy, the ZS10 Pro 2 is all sorts of weird and wonderful in this department. As a metalhead, I can think of so many songs that would absolutely turn into a muddy mess on anything other than a large multi-speaker sound system. But not this. No matter what I play through it, it stays clear. But there are a few songs, and I mean extremely few, where some sounds can get slightly muted. But again, this is rare and it's not obvious. You will only know it's muted if you know the track well on better speakers or headphones. I am new to multi-driver IEMs, so even after 5 months, this still feels illegal to me. Both male and female vocals sound great. Vocals are crisp, clear and sharp, not too sharp and not too tinny or metallic. I've heard metallic BAs before and this is not one of them. Drums sound amazing on this. Drummers always get disrespected on budget personal audio equipment, but here the drums are prominent, clear and detailed. All instruments are clear with no issues. As a device for actual audio monitoring, the KZs punch way above their price. In my previous video I made a bunch of audio mistakes and there were a few audio issues I could only clearly pick up and correct when using it. Sounds that my open back headphones decided not to even play. So yeah, my audio still sucked, but it could have been worse. If I actually use this and not my open backs for testing before I start recording, I would also have noticed that my mic was picking up way too much bass from my voice and moved it further from my voice or changed the gain. So yeah, this is now my new audio monitors, and as a bonus they seal my ears so I can mostly hear what's being recorded. Being an IEM, there are some negatives. Fit can be hard, but the size and weight is fine for me. I have no issues and my wife briefly used it with no issues either. Soundstage is compressed. It's not non-existent, but it is a factor when coming from open back or large soundstage headphones. And of course the classical in your head sound. But honestly, this is only strange in a small percentage of music and most people would never notice. I daily drive open backs and after a minute I forget about it. Driving the headphones is also no issue. My wife's Samsung with the Samsung adapter, my Xiaomi and my wife's iPad all provide enough power. Just a tip, don't use the Apple DAC or Apple 3.5 adapter on Android devices as it will be capped at a lower power as Android still has an unpatched bug with adjusting hardware power. Also, any European spec Xiaomi phone will have reduced volume, reduced bass and reduced highs. That's not the IEM's fault, that's just EU regulations and how Xiaomi handles it. There are workarounds and I highly recommend you test some. The KZ ZS10 also comes with a removable cable, one large pair of foam tips and a few silicone tips. I really recommend the foam tips if they fit. All in all, I love this IEM. Don't get me wrong, it's not amazing for listening to music, but it plays a lot of songs perfectly, and I mean perfect. Here is a list. But it is really good. A tier even. And I can recommend it to anyone that is not a bass head. And for actual monitoring, I must say that I'm sold. I switched to editing videos of these and have used these to check my and my wife's audio before recording. If you use it for watching YouTube, then do yourself the biggest favor and turn off the bass boost switches. Thank you so much for watching this video. Now take a hike. I mean it. You might meet someone nice, see some nice stuff, get married, get a few cats. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice?